Hi everybody, Allie with Nobella Bloom. I am out here in the garden between the house and our workshop, and everything is looking so beautiful. I just wanted to do a quick update. July is when our garden really starts getting going. This June in particular was still pretty rainy and cooler, and yesterday we started on a 4-day heat wave. So it is supposed to get up to 95 degrees in Port Orchard. We're at the top of a hill, so we're generally about 5 degrees warmer in the summer, and then a little cooler in the winter. So we could reach 100 maybe 1 or 2 days. That's hot for Washington. I grew up in Stockton, California, and 100 was normal in the summer. So not as hot of a heat wave as California, but definitely hot for Washington. So the first plant I wanted to show you is, let me find a good bloom. This is a Lucifer Crocosmia. This is one of my absolute favorite plants for a full sun garden. It attracts hummingbirds like crazy. I planted this from a 1-gallon pot like 4 years ago, and it has just spread like crazy. So if you're looking for a good plant that can handle the heat and does well in a full sun garden, and you really want to bring in more pollinators, I would definitely go with Crocosmia. I have seen it in yellow and pink, which are beautiful, but red is one of my favorite colors in the garden, so that's why I chose Lucifer. And then next to that is my vanilla strawberry hydrangea paniculata. Paniculata hydrangeas can handle full sun. The more sun they get, the more prolifically they bloom. This will get, I think, about 6 feet tall at its maturity. It's almost there, but it's called vanilla strawberry or strawberry vanilla because it starts out this beautiful white, and then as it ages, it becomes pink. You can see that bloom right there. This was the first bloom I had. I don't know if it's going to focus. But yeah, it turns to a light pink and then eventually like a dark pink in the fall. It's absolutely beautiful. Those are two great plants to pair together. This next hydrangea is a Pinky Winky, also from Proven Winners, and this one starts out white and then ages to a beautiful pinkish red. This one has some blooms on it, but not as much in bloom as the other paniculata hydrangeas. And then this one over here is our very first paniculata hydrangea on the property to bloom. This is a quickfire, and it is from Proven Winners. It can grow to about 8 feet tall, and what I love about this plant is it will be covered in so many different pollinators all at once, and they're all working around each other. They could care less that they're close to each other. We get bumblebees, honeybees, wasps, yellow jackets, butterflies, hummingbirds, and they all just cover this shrub, and I absolutely love it. It starts out white and then it ages to pinkish red, just like the other two. These are the Carl Forster peonies. They're like an electric pink. They're not in bloom right now, but I think I showed them in another video. They bloom in April and May, and it's just beautiful. This is my spiral boxwood topiary from Monrovia. Looking good. And then on this arbor from Gardener Supply, I have a Blaze climbing rose. Let me see if I can find a good bloom. A Blaze climbing rose planted with a purple clematis. It's not in bloom right now. This is what it looks like after it's lost all its petals. I think it's really cool looking even without the petals. They usually bloom at the same time for about a week, and it's just stunning when they are in bloom. At the same time, on the other side is this grape that's just going absolutely crazy. So I trained it on, there's an arbor, or a obelisk in there. Can't really see it very well. But I had to move this arbor, and so I just like took it from the obelisk and attached the vines to the arbor, and it's going crazy. It's now touching the other side. I could trim them, or I could just kind of wrap them around the arbor and see how they do with the rose and the clematis together. This is a beautiful hydrangea that the previous owners planted. I can't remember the name of it, but you can see on one plant, even on one flower, it could be pink, blue, light purple, dark purple, like a lavender. I didn't cut this back last fall. Wish I should have, to kind of size control it, but I really just wanted to see all the blooms, and I didn't want to sacrifice any blooms. I'm pretty good at knowing where to prune hydrangeas, but this one throws me off sometimes. So I thought I would just be better to be safe than sorry and just let it get huge if I knew that I was going to have blooms, more blooms. This is a hosta. I have 3 of these planted under this hydrangea. Forget the name of it. It was given to me by my good friend Jan. So yeah, there's 3 under there. They get super tall. One is kind of growing up through the hydrangea, so I don't know, maybe I should move them in the fall, but they seem to be really happy here. And then I have some creeping Jenny that is just kind of going wherever it wants. I don't mind that. I like the look of it, draping over rocks. But if you like creeping Jenny but you don't want it to spread, I would put it in a pot. So yeah, this is kind of like hydrangea, the big hydrangea area. And then down here I have a Midnight Marvel perennial hibiscus. It's not in bloom yet, but when it is, it's got these big dinner plate red blooms, dinner plate size. This is a perennial geranium that I just stuck here. It's doing really well. Pinkish purple color. This is an azalea. It's an encore azalea, and it blooms a couple times a year. It's been here for a couple years. Back here is our beauty berry. These purple berries will be like electric purple color in the fall. And it just looks absolutely beautiful right here with this hedge of juniper. Kind of reminds me of some ocean waves. Back this tree, or this shrub right here, which looks like a tree now, is a burning bush. So in the fall, it'll be a really beautiful red. In this open space, we had about a 40 feet tall blue spruce we had to take out. And we replaced it with an Alaskan, or weeping Alaskan cedar. Back there, this is our weeping cherry. It's one of the first plants in the yard to bloom in the spring. Beautiful white flowers that gets covered in pollinators. And then this is one of the newer beds that I'm working on right now. So this gets really hot and dry in this area. So I needed things that do well in that kind of climate. These are some red salvias. I try to plant in odd numbers, like 3, 5, or 7. So we have 3 of those. And I used some Espoma Land and Sea compost around them. These 3 kind of gold colored plants are Goldcrest Coreopsis, and in the summer and fall they get really beautiful blue blooms. You might also recognize them as bluebeard, and it's one of my favorite plants for making bouquets. And those blue blooms come out. And then this is the Uptick Golden Bronze Coreopsis from Monrovia. I have 3 planted together, and it's just doing really well. I just came out and deadheaded a couple of the old blooms. And then my very first butterfly bush. I will definitely be planting more of these in our full sun gardens. This is from Proven Winners, and I think it probably gets, 3 or 4 feet tall and wide. But yeah, as soon as I put this in the ground, the butterflies were all over it. So, and then back there, it's hard to see right now, but there's a path that I put in connecting this garden to the garden beyond those trees, which right now is just a bunch of shrubbery. We have 1 apple tree back there. So I think I'm going to be working on that area next. So yeah, hope everyone is having a great weekend. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.